we're going to look at the Schmitt trigger in this example. Schmitt trigger is a circuit that achieves bistability using a positive feedback loop. So far we have been looking at the negative feedback, and negative feedback was giving us stability by forcing the positive input terminal to the same value as the negative input terminal as long as the op-amp was not saturated. In this case, because the positive input terminal is connected to the output through this feedback resistor, the output forces the positive input terminal to run away from the negative input terminal. So in this particular case, I am looking at an initial condition of Vs of 0 volts and VO of 5 volts. So I start from this point up here. And as I sweep my voltage forward, I will remain at V plus larger than V minus. So as long as V plus is larger than V minus, I am snapped to the positive rail. If I were to go back in voltage, I have to go back all the way to minus 5 volts to bring the positive input terminal to 0 volts, which is my reference. Beyond that point, when I'm going back here, beyond that point, I will have the positive input terminal become smaller than the negative input terminal, and that will make my output snap to minus 5 volts. And if I continue going in the negative direction, I will continue having a negative 5 volt output. And if I were to come back again, then I will be increasing my voltage in the signal source up to 5 volts. My positive input terminal will remain below the negative input terminal at 5 volts. I'll be snapping back up again, and I can again stabilize at the positive input terminal. So this gives me a window where I have bistability. As long as my input voltage remains between minus 5 volts and 5 volts, the initial condition, or whatever that output voltage is going to be maintained. It's either minus 5 volts or 5 volts. You can think of it as different time intervals. You can input different the source voltages, and then you can actually calculate how this circuit is going to behave. You can change the feedback and the resistor value that connects to the source to get a different stability window. You can also change the reference level to shift the window to a higher or a lower level.